Broadcasting live from Los Angeles on XSiteRadio.com.
He's out of the cage and entering the studio. Make way! It's the Silverback! And you're listening to the Gorrilla Cookie Radio Show. Take it away!
What's up, people?
Yeah!
Welcome back to the Gorrilla Cookie Radio Show. Let's get this sucker turned on down, man, so we can get this thing started. So we are coming to you pre-recorded, but in a live session. We're playing a pre-record during a live session.
This is kind of unique, isn't it?
Yeah,
we're doing a pre-record live.
Yes, we are doing a pre-record live.
Top that!
Yeah, exactly. Dick Clark, you ain't got shit on us.
You ain't got nothing.
Oh man, this is turning out to be a good week, dude. And I'll tell you why, because it's been a mix-up. We got people that are coming, now they're not coming. Other people coming in on the backside.
We got replacements that are marching on in. You know, it's funny because having somebody always knocking at your door saying, "Hey, listen, can you slide me in there and get me into the session?" It really kind of lets
slide me in there. I like the sound of that.
Well, we got Valentina coming up pretty soon. I'm sure you're gonna like that one.
Oh, well, let's slide her on in there.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Nice girl, nice.
Yeah, she's nice.
So yeah, exactly. So as one steps out, another steps in, and
we got someone pretty good here.
Yeah, on that note,
that we're very excited about having.
Exactly, and not to say that we haven't already, but I've already done a shout out before for this particular musical interest of ours at X-Site. We are backing this guy 100%. Well, we want to take him to the next level. We hope you guys are listening out there and feel the same because, honestly, he's got a very original sound, and it's just too bad he's so far away. That way we have to, we have to do this one by phone.
We did this here, and let me just tell you guys, out there in radio world, across the entire world, literally across the world, millions of people that we've been talking to about this particular gentleman and his band. We actually you started doing the shout outs, searching for him, in hopes that he would go ahead and contact us. And we did a little investigation.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just show up.
I recall
this is not a job.
It sounds familiar to me. Maybe just me. Maybe it was a dream. But
I thought I was hired to just come here, drink, and talk. That's it.
That's the reason why you're blacking out on this. That's okay. But we did a bunch of homework on this guy. And I know a lot of people have been tuning in to go ahead and check out what we've been talking about, and his ratings are certainly bolstered quite a bit. And we found him. Nolan Randall,
right,
from Plaid on Flannel.
Are you doing the introductions now?
I had to say it.
Shit, this is Silverback's show. Toolrantula. This is Silverback.
I love the spoiler alert here, right?
Oh man, this guy. All right, that's it. We're going back to school. And believe it or not, by the hand of the World Wide Web itself, we have Nolan on the line right now. Nolan, you out there?
I am out here.
Oh, he talks back.
Yeah, what is going on, Nolan?
He's so humble, too. It's amazing.
I know.
And, considering that you are actually a one-man band, that's saying a lot. You've literally taken on the humbleness of potentially 5 cocky bastard musicians that get all the chicks. You're going to have to take all the chicks for 5 dudes. Are you sure you want to go that far?
I guess I signed up for that. I'm willing to go for that.
So,
but I'll still be humble in the end.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Exactly.
One day you'll
say thanks as he's closing the door behind him. Click.
I'm gonna do a couple. I'm gonna just start talking for Nolan here. He's in Toronto, which I mean, God love the Canadians.
Yeah.
You know. Sorry, I got so distracted with Canada. There's so much stuff I could talk about Canada. I'm actually half Canadian, but so he's up in Toronto. That's why he couldn't come down to the show. But regardless, he's actually in school right now, and he was just telling me before we did this thing that he's already got a diploma in broadcasting, and I was like, really?
Wow.
Well, I know we both got serious.
It's like baby genius right here. This guy is like autodidactic. He taught himself how to read.
No, but I'm saying maybe you could give me some pointers.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so not only are you literally have a diploma in doing what I'm doing right now, but you are also the solo member of an incredible band which we are trying to blast 100% into outer space.
We are, and it's really, your reception is being taken very well. We got to find a way to get you out of Canada and over here to the States. And I think I'd
love to do that.
Well, let me tell you, and I think we have the right avenues to do that. It's just a little bit of negotiating, but I think that we definitely have the platforms and all the means to get you over here. So
there's no negotiating involved. And Nolan, if I could I'll give you a bit of advice. If you just sound English, they'll put you right on the plane.
Just do something to piss off the Canadians,
Oh,
complain about their health care. Why is it always free?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're telling me now?
Damn you people and your poutine. Yeah, we were talking. And another future guest we were talking to last night.
Miss Cameron.
Yeah, she's a horror film producer.
Splatter.
Yeah, splatter gore film.
Gore.
Hey, she's into crazy stuff and she's beautiful. But she's from the Toronto area as well.
You were talking about some kind of food or something like that.
Poutine. Yeah.
Poutine. Now let me ask you, Randall.
Poutine.
Do you eat poutine?
Hell yeah, poutine.
You love eating that poutine, don't you?
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah.
You get into the poutine.
Yeah, exactly. It's gravy and cheese, just like the real thing, man.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Yeah. There's actually like hundreds of different kinds of poutine.
Oh my God, poutine is like the most varied thing you can have.
I've never eaten it, but I'm sure there's hundreds of different styles and flavors of poutine.
You know what? Well, what it is exactly, because they basically, if they can elevate ramen noodles to high cuisine these days, then what can you not do with fries, cheese, and gravy? I mean, literally the potential is exponential in terms of what you can do with it. So yeah, but I love poutine. When I was in Montreal, drinking gigantic beers and eating poutine was like, and it's amazing. You can get incredible poutine from like McDonald's, which I know is disgusting, but it's good, man. It's ridiculously good.
So wait, so you're telling me
the independent places are the best poutines?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Poutines are the best drunk food.
Yeah,
now does Grandma have her own style of poutine too?
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
And you know what? And I'll tell you what. It's no.
I love eating grandma's poutine.
See, this is what happens. We get started on poutine, and next
I go
thing
right
you
back
know,
to third grade, don't I?
Next thing you know, we're already playing the songs that I want to review for Randall here. So before we go any further, no, I'm taking this one off. I'm going back to. I'm going back to this one. Yeah, no, I'm going back to this one. So we're gonna do a little lead in on this. Okay.
All right.
This album, we've already had a couple, but once we've already had a few of your songs. We've probably had about 4 or 5 of them on our thing, and I was already trying to showcase you with competition, right?
I love that song. That's the song that actually kind of wrote me in. Now let me talk real quick about the album. The album is Missions of Mercy, correct?
Yeah, not just Mission of Mercy. Yeah.
Mission of Mercy.
Right.
I was figuring, maybe I just hit that one-hit wonder song, and then you play the second one. I'm going, oh man, this is the type of of album that you can seriously listen to both sides A and B, and you feel good about your experience. You want to go ahead. I literally have competition, on my phone as one of my ringtones too. So.
Oh, wow. That's
wow.
amazing.
Yeah. So and I play it all the time. I'm sharing it with good friends and people I barely even know. Just what do you think about this? And the reception has always been, wow, who is that?
Right. Exactly.
So that says something, because there's got to be that aha moment. You know what I mean? You don't. It's not one of those things where it takes a long time to kind of build up and get used to. Maybe you play it 10, 15 times before it just kind of sinks in. You finally get it. This is something. Yeah, exactly. But this is something that you get right at the moment, and then it just sticks with you and just keeps. I find myself humming it in the shower and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, man! Right? I really freaking like this song.
And this is what I like this is what I like the best about having you on the show, is you fill in the stuff when I'm trying to fiddle around with everything right now. God. All right, so check it out. We're gonna I'm gonna step this one up so we could so just so everybody knows, I'm sure you've heard it out there before. This is a little bit of a competition, because this is was one of my favorites. We were going to use this for my playback tone. Check this one out.
Let's do it.
Oh, well. Wait, no. Yeah, see? This is what happens to me. This is how I do it. Where is my guy? Right here. Hold on.
You might want to re-cue that. Re-cue it up here.
I'm going to re-cue it.
It's killing me. You're missing the.
I know, the intro is amazing.
The intro is like, where's that?
Yeah, I know. Here it goes. Into the chorus on this one, dude. I'm gonna go. Oh, here it is. It's amazing. That is an amazing song.
Who does not like that album? I mean, that song. That is absolutely amazing. I don't even know if I truly know the lyrics quite yet. I think I'm making up some of my own.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. You'll make up your own. You're in the shower, dude. You're scrubbing your bits and pieces, just trying to do that rising and falling.
I know that you said something about you're in Colorado, but then something. How does that go
Colorado.
there? You said you're in Colorado, right?
No, he's in Toronto.
No, in the song.
Oh, he's in Colorado in the song.
Right?
What are you talking about?
Is that right?
Can't find your shadow when you're in Colorado and you forge your own silhouette.
Oh, and you forge that. I thought and something like you forgot your cigarettes or something. And I'm thinking, I'm like,
that's the second chorus.
Is that the second one? I love it, But I mean, seriously, that's fantastic.
And based on that song, you're here, and stoked to have you, and we have 2 new songs to debut from the same album, Mission of Mercy.
I'm excited
and we're
about
gonna,
these.
exactly. We're excited. We're gonna do a thing on the site. So if anybody, if you want to listen to more of his stuff, we're gonna do a special, featured artist on Excite Radio. So if you want to check out more of his stuff, I suggest you do so, and you will see it on the website. You can see out some of the new songs that he's doing. So let's do another quick lead-in, man, because some of these songs I'm excited about. You've got one, The Rambler, and we're gonna play that one next, and another, Go the Distance. Now, so again, you are the one-man band. How exactly do you do it?
Well, I guess it all started with a vision. I always used Mac. I love Mac computers, Apple.
Right.
Who doesn't? We love them too.
So I started using GarageBand in 2007, and I recorded a few things and messed around with it a bit. Did some early stuff and did some covers. And then in 2011, I bought a new Mac, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do an album here. And it's kind of like a do-it-yourself thing. Just started from scratch. I had old songs from my new album. My first album. So I just put together my old songs that I had when I wrote when I was a teenager. And then as I was going along, I was starting to figure out techniques. It's kind of self-teaching myself how to do it.
Yeah, as I'm doing in the radio industry now. Literally.
Yeah. So by the second album, I got the hang of it, and I was doing a little. I wrote 10 songs, and I was to start the album, and then the Mission of Mercy actually has 20 songs on it. So the second 10 that I wrote, I kind of wrote while I was recording it, and it was kind of cool because I'd come up with the music first, and then I'd record the music, and then I'd come up with lyrics. I just listened to it over and over again and try to come up with ideas while I was recording it. Right. And the competition is one of those.
Let me ask you something too. I mean, let's go back to competition, because that first of all, it probably all started off with what you just creating some riffs, or did you go ahead and you had some obviously you're a writer as well. I mean, were you writing some stuff down? I mean, how did that all come about to put that all together? And then when it did finally come together, what was your thoughts on it? Was it like, this is actually pretty good?
Yeah, I basically record stuff that I like, and that's what I loved about doing this, was that it was my own rules, right? I could do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, the reason why I say that too is because we are our own worst critics, right? So sometimes it's hard to really gauge whether or not it can sound good to the masses. But for us, or for me anyways, also being an artist as well, musician as well. So when I put something together, it's like, well, it sounds good to me, but I'm not sure. Maybe I should put more into it, and maybe I overdo it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I was trying to on my first album, I kind of overproduced. I put in so many different elements, and I was just experimenting more.
You completely just bombed my intro on that one, because I was going to say the exciting part is that you actually have a whole nother album that you've already done that we haven't even got a taste of yet. So right off the bat,
we want to peek over your shoulder.
Yeah. Right. We want to see. We want the full panty dropper now.
We're going to hack into your Mac, and we're going to see what you're doing, man.
Unhackable. Right. So that album has an odd name. I could barely pronounce it. Fairbairn Meadows. Yes.
Yeah. Have you heard of Bruce Fairbairn, the producer?
No,
I haven't. Who's that?
And Tool knows everybody.
I know everybody. That's kind of surprised I do.
Yeah. He's not going to name drop, but he knows people.
I know people.
Back in the 80s, where there was so many Canadian producers, he was one of them. I forget who he worked with, but actually the street I grew up on was called Fairbairn Street. And there was this little area north of Fairbairn called Fairbairn Meadows. And I lived in that house for a few years after I finished college, and my parents weren't living there. They were living in another house. So they owned 2 houses. I was renting it out to students and random people.
Right.
And I recorded Fairbairn Meadows in that house, and I figured, you know, that I've lived here my whole life. You know, this is where I came from. I should call my first album Fairbairn Meadows, I guess, because I don't know.
Everything's got a story.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
it's obviously inspirational. It's meaningful to you. So
I've always thought that about tattoos.
There's some lucky roommates. I'll tell you what.
You got to have a story behind that tattoo, which is why I don't have any. I have no story.
I do have a story behind.
Yeah, do you?
I do.
Your whole story is spread across your ass.
Yeah. I'm an open book, aren't I?
Oh wow!
I know.
That's a bad visual right there. It's an open book. My ass is an open book. Jesus. Okay. All right. Again, we've got the Rambler. I want to check it out, man. So we're gonna play that one in 1 second. But outside of that, so right now you're currently in school. You're at the what school is it?
Centennial College.
Oh, okay.
In Toronto.
And you're in a music program, yeah?
Music industry, arts and performance, yeah. And taking on a bunch of different areas in the industry. I'm studying theory right now, actually.
It's kind of scary to think that someone with your talent is actually still going to
school,
college. Right? I would imagine you're kind of schooling the professor here, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, he's got to be like taking secret notes too. Like, man, this guy's got some good stuff.
Right, he could be the TA.
Right.
At the very least.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And that also reminds me because we may actually play at some point our interview with Gorrilla, and he said the same thing about his acting was, you know, you can of his peers that he saw perpetually in school for things, and I'm not critiquing you, Nolan, by any measure. You got incredible talent, so that really just kind of goes without saying. But we both agreed that people who perpetually stay in school and never get out there, you know, the school of life really kind of teaches you that those elements of taking on characters, doing things and stuff. So learn what you got to learn, man, but definitely you already have amazing talent, and we love this song, man. So
you're kind of like the Midas of music.
The Midas of music.
Yeah.
Canadian Midas.
But yeah, I totally agree with you on that. A lot of people that go in school for 10 years, unless they're doctors, you know, they're...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You're going to kind of be cutting people open. Please know as much as you can possibly know. I'm just saying. I think you already got that vibe. You know, you already got the you got the it thing. So
yeah, for sure. You know, I was going to. And one thing that just keeps kind of going through my mind too, Nolan, is that those guys you were mentioning before, they're like 20 years older. How bummed are these guys going to be?
Right.
They were really bummed out.
Yeah, I would imagine so. It's like, what? The band's broken up and we just lost the best singer on the face of the planet right now. Holy cow. And, all right.
That being said, no, let's play this sucker, man. We only got I got about 7 minutes left to blast it out. 2 more songs.
All right, let's go.
So this is the Rambler from Plaid on Flannel. Go.
Feeling out of sight of it, I'm holding
was sick. That was sick. You know what? And
hey, now I gotta ask about that double bass, dude. What the hell?
That was awesome, man.
Where did that come from?
Oh, that was sort of a System of a Down influence there.
Oh, there we go. You know what? Actually, in terms of as far as influence is concerned, you know, I'm definitely hearing the Black Sabbath. Yeah. I'm hearing lots of things in there that
we're paralleling, man. We're right there with you.
It's sick.
I wrote that song in 2007, and it's actually about a bicycle called the Rambler.
Oh, yeah.
All my friends always joked around about it, and it was kind of this Pee Wee Herman kind of bike.
Is that the one with the banana seat?
Did you have tassels on the handles?
Yeah.
I might have to hang up right now.
I think I had one of those, actually.
I can send you guys a picture of the Rambler.
He's got his tassels on his ass paddle, too.
I don't have that.
Carried over.
All right, I do.
Okay.
You know, actually, I think I had one of those bikes. Well, my big wheel, the front wheel split in two.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Let's suck it up and go on to this next one. It's called "Go the Distance," and this one is again an amazing song. So check this one out. We'll come back and we're gonna finish this one up, dude, because we got long already. I thought this was gonna be like a 5-minute or so. Yeah, this is killer, man. This is killer. Here we go. This is "Go the Distance."
So excited. Keeps getting better, doesn't it? It's like
so cool, dude. And the reason why I'm excited about it is because I can literally hear these suckers playing on the radio.
Yeah, big time.
They are playing on the radio, but I'm saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Is it wrong to say the legitimate radio?
Well, you know that it's funny because you know the internet radio craze is actually it's picking up
Hell yeah, we got tons of people listening now.
We really do, you know, and you know, listen, we got to give accolades to the people that started it, so that's not a bad thing. Listen, you know, they set the footprint, and we just kind of took it from there.
Exactly.
Said, okay, we got some.
What more can you ask for? And I the only reason I stopped playing that song is I just had to get a couple more words in from the master.
Sure.
So listen, man. You know, I know you're far from us, but we definitely hope to see you at some point in the future. Again, we're gonna keep on pushing this stuff because I believe in it. I think it's cool as hell,
and everyone else does too. You know, we're not alone. So you know, there's definitely there's some excitement going out.
Do we actually? Does that mean we have some taste? It might mean something. I don't know.
Hey, listen. You know, we listen to what sounds good, right?
Right. Exactly. And I think actually, by the time this thing is said and done, we'll already be done with this segment. But again, Nolan, it's been a pleasure having you on, man. Really appreciate the call, and I know we're keeping you up. You're on East Coast time right now. So,
do you want to give a shout out to anybody out there, Nolan? You know, that any of your buddies and your friends, give a shout out.
No, not particularly, but I do want to mention that I have a website, plaidonflannel.com.
Oh, cool.
I'd like everybody to visit visit and take a look.
Yeah, nice, man.
Links for my Facebook, YouTube, Reverb Nation, MySpace, SoundCloud, Twitter. And you can find some samples of my songs, and there's also a link to purchase Mission of Mercy for $4.99.
Oh, cool.
20 songs.
And if you need, and if that right there doesn't work, you can always contact us over here at exciteradio.com as well. Info at XMLA.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening in on this live pre-recorded broadcast. And Nolan Randall, we love your Plaid on Flannel band, dude. So keep it up and keep up all the hard work, and hopefully we'll catch up with you again soon.
You're amazing, man. Thanks for the time.
All right. Let's do this. All right, guys. Take care.
See ya.
We'll be right back with more after this. You are now free to roam around the cabin. We'll be right back after these important messages. World famous DJ Damien V hosts the Sunset Island Music Radio Show, bringing you the worldwide weekly top 25 of original music. Come savor your exclusive taste of the best music from unsigned artists across the globe. Tune in every week and enjoy the best original music that is shredding the indie charts. Tune in to Sunset Island Music Radio Show on Excite Radio. Fridays at 3 p.m. Pacific. You may also subscribe to the podcast at iTunes and get exclusive access to the show before it airs live. Rock on with your bad self every Friday at 3 and be in the know. Over 2 million listeners enjoy the sounds from the Sunset Island Music Radio Show every week on several stations around the world. Come and join in on the fun now on Excite Radio.
Hello, this is Brad Smith from Abandoned Jalopy and Blind Melon, and you're listening to Silverback on Gorrilla Cookie Radio.
And we're back. So, where did we leave off?
Are we back? We are back. Are you there? Are you on?
I'm not on yet.
Can I hear you? Oh no, nothing still, huh? That's fine. Here.
Yeah, we're on.
Here, you get all 4 channels.
I got all 4. Awesome,
Spiked.
man. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm gonna take off my little
Give me some reverb.
cap. In case.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Yes, thank God.
That was
Right?
awesome, wasn't it? Hey, listen.
Dude, cheers to that.
Yeah,
oh my
cheers to
God.
that.
Here.
Yeah,
Peace.
love it, love it.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that live pre-recorded. In other words, we knew that we were going to be sitting here in studio listening to our own jackass selves talking to Nolan Randall from the Toronto area.
Yeah.
Go easy now, son. We're talking to Plaid on Flannel. And he is a solo artist, as you heard in the interview, and I love that guy. And even listening to it again, I was like, man, what a great interview! What a great guy. He's a really cool head.
He really is. You know what? So again, thank you, Nolan, for that exclusive interview, and we're more than happy to to announce your broadcast your music and announce your fame and everything else. So essentially what I want to do is number one, I wanted to put a shout out to Gorrilla. We actually had a special guest that we were planning to go ahead and have here via Skype, so that still could happen.
Yeah, it still could possibly happen. It could happen at any moment now.
At any moment.
We're multitasking right now, but in the meantime, we're enjoying ourselves. I mean, I'm already amped just from having a good start to the show, and number one, and not having to actually stress myself in any way, shape, or form. I just sat here and eat pizza and drink Jack and Coke. And
if you were watching us on Ustream, you'll probably unless you understood the whole premise of what we were doing, you're probably wondering what the hell are these guys doing in the studio.
Yeah,
they're talking, but yet there's no words coming out of their mouth, and they're actually eating.
Well, especially since once we discovered that we may or may not actually get in contact with our special guest, second half special guest.
Correct.
I started sending out texts like, "Hey, come to the studio, man. Just come on. We're gonna BS for a while and see if we can."
Now that we're
shake
live,
it up. And sure enough, I hit my buddy Vinny. Got to give a shout out to homeboy Bag of Donuts. What's up?
Mad Hatter, what's up?
Oh, dude.
Mad Hatter on Facebook. You gotta check that out too. This guy is freaking awesome. Especially
Mad Hatter, fill me in.
Yeah, Matt.
Dude, what the hell? You can't just drop this stuff on me in the middle of the show.
Okay, listen.
Man, we need some backup.
Big Rig, if you're out there, what's up, Big Rig? Okay,
Big Rig.
Big Rig. So, if you guys are into Halloween, and Halloween's right around the corner, right?
Is it? It is.
It is, right?
I wonder if they have Halloween in Australia.
Maybe they have it.
We should ask our super special non-existent guest if he ever gets back to us.
I would go as far to say they probably do, but they also have their own events. You know what I mean? Because
no, they do. They have their whole other. They have their own stuff going on over there.
Well, yeah. I mean, essentially what happened, wasn't it the criminals that were actually dropped off in Australia, and that's where they kind of had that's how Australia was
from England,
started, right?
So basically all the convicts went there because it was exactly. I mean, if you could think of one possible thing worse to be subjected to as an Englishman, the butt white Englishman, which I know well because my ass literally.
But they're going to drop you off in paradise.
Sun.
Oh,
so
geez.
I know. I'm
make your way in paradise,
Irish
man.
Descent, and I'll tell you that I can literally pull down my pants and illuminate a room.
The run naked said,
but what's worse than being a convict and being sent to one of the hottest freaking places on the planet with nothing but poisonous spiders, snakes, and animals of every size and dimension that you could consider that would literally destroy you in seconds.
Okay, so listen. Okay, I got carte blanche, I think, and I hope I'm not really jumping the gun. Maybe the producers will come in here and tackle me.
Is that loud?
But we do have a live event that will be coming up on November 1st in it's actually Altadena, but I guess technically it's Pasadena.
Do tell.
Yeah. So listen, we got some special celebrity guests coming on board. If anyone out there has actually heard of Ghost Hunters, I've
never heard of it.
I'm a big fan. They've got
that show actually.
Jay and Grant and Britt Griffin. They're all investigators.
Is this Celebrity Ghost Hunter?
Yeah, this is celebrity.
So there might actually be some people there that you might recognize.
There will be people that you recognize.
Interesting.
Absolutely. And Britt and I had a discussion. He already gave me his commitment, so we're definitely in on that, and we want to see if we can get maybe some of the other investigators on there as well. But regardless, listen, we got a lot of good stuff. We have all of our hosts here, so you can actually put a face to the voice if you haven't already seen us on the live Ustream, and you can meet us personally. We got a lot of we're doing the live broadcast across the world.
Across the world, via the internet, the World Wide Web.
Yeah,
I've heard of it.
And Sunset Island Music Radio, of course. So
yes, our partners in crime.
Yes, indeed, that's Mikey D, and we love him. So, but yeah, we're going to be there. They're going to have haunted venues, attractions, food, drinks, and all this is going to be in Altadena. So, it's definitely worth the trek to come out there, and costumes are encouraged.
No. They have to be mandatory, man, because if they're encouraged, people will show up and whatever. But actually, it is also where we've got some people from the film festivals and whatnot coming in. So everybody's into it. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Be a spectacle.
A big party,
and especially
come with no nipples.
We're broadcasting this on through all of our shows.
Yeah.
So essentially we've got everyone that's really kind of bringing in their own crowd. So there's going to be different genres. But at the event itself, we're going to have the DJs, we'll have MCs, and they'll be playing a number of different things. But during this show, we'll be during each segment.
We'll be doing interviews, man.
We'll be doing interviews.
Can I plug my interview?
Plug the interview.
There it is. See?
What is it?
What?
Oh,
what is it? Oh, well, we had a Who is it? I don't know. You were there, idiot.
Who's on first?
No, we were talking to Jessica Cameron. She's
Jessica Cameron.
She is an actress, but she is also a gore
spotter.
Yeah, I think we talked about that with Nolan. She's a super cool girl. We talked to her for a while.
And she's kind of hot, too.
She is kind of hot. I think I'll throw this one out there. Let's see. Can
you see that?
Oh,
yeah.
that's
if you're looking on Ustream right now, you'll see. Yeah, she's kind of hot.
She's banging.
And she's the type of chick that actually is into the splatter gore type of thing. So,
right.
But she takes it a step further than most others are willing to do.
You know what? Oh man, I wish I want to turn this one up. Actually, I'm so down with this because we had this guy come in earlier and he kind of turned us on to the whole dance hall thing, and I got to play some of the music that he was into.
Was that Major Razor?
Not Razor. It's not. It's not a Major Razor. That's what you need for your pubes, buddy.
That's what I do.
No, it's Major Laser. But actually, no. He even had to correct me on that part because it's not actually Major Laser. It's a collaboration with Major Laser, but it was from Conscience, which is another dance hall artist, and I dug it, man. And the thing was, at the time, we had been talking about doing our own little. What do you call it? Harlem Shake? Mm-hmm. We're going to do it. I mean, if you people are interested out there, by all means, get your damn sexiest on and come down here, and we'll make sure that there's somebody in a gorilla suit banging you in the corner. I know you're into it. So that being said,
on Ustream.
Yeah, exactly, live. Sorry, Mom.
If you're into it, let's do it.
If you're into it. Hey,
why not, man?
Hey, listen, I'm going to turn this song on, dude, because this thing blows my mind. I'm down with it, so let's rock this one out.
Do it.
Go!
Up and feel like on a flight. Me go head a spin like a wheel on a bicycle. Push it sweet like icicle. Me send Barbie go buy little. Come back with the high grade. Say, this me fine for you. Pull it in a me brain, it make me mind tickle. Me eyes little like Chinese eye. Me no want coke, me no sniff crack, no, me no try sniff. Wait for me smoke with 10, I be nothing white for you. When I smoke with when I smoke with
That's right.
That
Major
cool.
Razor. Or Laser. Major Razor. No, that's
Major hedge trimmers.
It's Major. It's Bushwhacker. On special now at Target.
Right.
So So he turned us
They're
on
not one
to,
of our sponsors, man.
No, they're not, but they should be, because obviously we're hawking their cheap Chinese goods.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
That was Major Lazer collaborating on a song with.
No, that was one of the things that I was concerned about. Actually, was that thing?
You were concerned?
I was concerned because that's the Harlem Shake, and
that's true. Yeah, we were all saying that we can't do it, dude.
Yeah,
we're gonna get sued.
We're gonna get sued. But apparently it's public domain.
Right. Harlem Shake.
Right. That means everyone in the world that does a Harlem Shake is subject to,
I mean, it's only banging because there's literally people banging in every video that's got that song on it.
Right.
So,
right. Exactly.
I don't care if they're wearing a fire suit or a bunny suit.
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Yeah. And in some cases, you even see, the bunny balls.
Nasty. Well, so beyond that, should we even talk about our super special secret guest?
You know what? We've already mentioned the name. Let's at least.
Have we?
Well, yeah.
No, I don't think we have.
I mentioned it a little bit.
Did you?
I'm a spoiler alert, man.
When I first met, dude, he
flappers.
Said, I said, "Hey, man, how you doing?" Hey, Gary Kai. I was like, Gary Kai. Okay, do you prefer Gary or just Gary Kai or
Mr.
No,
Kai?
I really like Mr. Kai. Is that your first and last name? I don't know. His name is Gary Kai.
Gary Kai.
I didn't get it at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was. He's Australian.
Yeah.
Actually from Zimbabwe. He's Australian via Zimbabwe. So
and he knows how to speak the fluent language of Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Shauna.
Is that what it is? Shauna.
Yes. He's an actor, and he was in town touring with us, and we did another pre-recorded show with him, and ultimately I just bombed it. I said no.
Right.
We're not using that one.
We pulled the plug on that one just essentially because we felt that it would be much more advantageous to have him call in.
Yes.
I know. Huh?
Good word.
And this is a Friday. Too,
I know. I think that. Yeah, exactly. That's like a Scrabble 37 pointer.
You would know.
Somebody asked me the other day, what is the longest word in the English language? Do you know it?
If we're talking about Latin terms, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
How about the Australopithecus africanus?
Oh, no. Not even close.
Not even close?
Not even close, no.
Okay, wow.
No, actually, the
supercalifragilistic.
No, it's a medical term. It's a medical term, and it's nasty. And what's odd is actually that my drama teacher in 8th grade had this condition.
Okay, first of all, let's explain the condition. What is this condition?
The condition is it's a condition where you get sores in your mouth. I guess
herpes. So it's like
not herpes. I mean, once I give you the
canker sores.
Okay, can I just say the word?
Okay,
because it is literally outside of chemical descriptions and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Is it contagious?
Is it contagious? I don't know. I never kissed my drama teacher. There were much cuter girls in 8th grade that I wanted to get on.
All right, get to the name. What is his name you're touting?
Wow. New Mono. Now, new is spelled with a P. P-N-U-E, right? New Mono, ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. That is the longest word in the English language. 37 letters. I looked it up.
But can you spell it?
Absolutely, I can.
You can spell that word?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Do you have to write it down first?
No, it's not really that hard when you break it down. Siliconionisis, I believe.
Okay, well, if anyone has anything to the contrary,
I missed anything, sorry, and that was by my head, then that's a 37-letter word. So it ain't like spelling.
We're gonna have your professor call in and tell us if you got an A on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So that was the longest word. But anyways,
awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I
lost you track of mine. I bombed your.
You did. You took me up on a whole different level. I just went blank.
For once, I screw you up.
Yeah.
Normally you're stepping jumping all over my comments. I'm like, whose freaking show is this, anyways? No.
So okay, so it is Friday. You know, obviously throughout different time zones. You know, and I think we've got some cool other bands out there that we were taking a look at as well.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, are we going to talk about the? Are we going to talk about the other contest?
Let's do that.
We have not done. We were going to do well, and we will still do because we are committed.
Correct.
To our partners in crime.
Yep.
The Sunset Music.
Sunset Island Music.
Yeah, Sunset Island.
Yep.
And
Euphony.
I'll tell you what. You actually know more about it than I do. You want me to?
I do know.
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. He was rocking it the other night too.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
all right. So listen, everyone. Okay. So if you're around the Los Angeles area and you actually think that your band does kick ass, I mean, literally, it does kick ass. Not you're sitting in.
Yeah. No. Not whether you think it kicks ass.
Right. It's got to kick ass. There's got to be more than 3 people that think you kick ass.
Yeah. Your mom and your girlfriend don't count.
Do not count.
Knock them
Leave them out of the
you
equation.
Better have at least 15 other, know, semi-hot chicks that think you're kind of good.
Exactly. So what's happening? This is taking place on November 9th at the Euphony Club in Riverside.
Okay.
And we'll be offering a $500 cash prize.
Is that the 909?
That's the 909.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So it's a $500 cash prize, but moreover, it's a 10-week gig at the Euphony Club, valued at over $3,000.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and check this out. And you also have you will also be featured, and in fact, your music will be broadcast over the airwaves. Through Excite Media, Excite Radio Networks, and Sunset Island Music Radio. So
typically my job here is to go through the music that we've got on our hard drive and pick it and sling it, man. Get it out there, see what's up. And we were going through bands last night, and we're like, damn, these guys are good.
They're good.
Boom.
There's a lot of
guys are good.
And there's a lot of good bands out there. Correct.
I will be playing more of those bands later. I know we've got a little bit more of a reggae, dubstep, different stuff going on tonight. But next week, people, I will be blowing your mind pussies.
Well, the reason why I'm actually really taking this whole project kind of personally is because Mikey D, and I know you're out there listening too. You're probably laughing right now. He's got himself a series of bands that he says can kick our LA asses. So if you want to take that, then. If you want to take that sitting down or even bending over, then listen. You don't have to call in, but I know that there's a lot of quality out there. There's we're LA. Come on, we've got the Sunset Strip. I mean, come on, this is where people go. Come to make it, right? So listen, we're here behind you. We need 5 very good LA bands, and we'll tell you if you're not. But we need to have you submit your info to info@xmla, or you can send it directly over to t@xmla.com, and that way we can go ahead and really we can get this show.
Well, yeah, all right. Hey, people, we got a phone number here. If you want to call in, we'd love to talk to you. We've already had the interview with Nolan from Plaid on Flannel. If you like those tracks, we're actually going to do a featured artist thing on the site for him, which we told him we would do, and of course we need our producer, our
web guys.
Our web guys to deal with it. But we will get on that because we are definitely into him. But in the meantime, if you have any questions about it, call in 213-973-2977.
That's it.
So outside of that, Garrikai, sorry we missed you, man. I don't think there's enough time, dude. We only got about 6 minutes left. But in the meantime, we've we've got some music going on here, and I can also do some other little funny bits. But
we can flex our muscle on camera here.
Exactly. You want to see some funny bits? Watch me almost rip the shirt that the
That's
super rock star gave me.
You want to see some funny bits, man?
Pull down your pants. Right? Take it easy, people out there in the studio.
I know the producer's going to have a word with us when we get out there, too.
Is he?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Well, I remember earlier in the week, you and I had a little sit down, and we were talking about taking Excite Radio to the next level. No more effing around, and I agree with you, man. I think we're doing really well. I hope everyone out there agrees. Sure enough, I think my mom is definitely excited about.
She's a big fan, isn't she?
She's a huge fan. But as I said, I hold myself to that standard of not counting my mom or my girlfriend. So. That being said, we don't want to mess around, and so therefore we're positioning ourselves to go to that next level. So either way,
I don't know where this is going.
Where it's going
is leading up to me patting you on the back, man.
I'm saying, Major Razor, that you were saying that our producer was going to have a little word with us when we get out there.
I gotta say something.
I think not.
Hey, listen, I gotta say something. This here is kind of relevant because it actually, is a little segue. Should I mention the
segues.
The new show? The new show that's actually being derived due to popular demand for him to actually start his own program.
Who? Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about.
You want to go ahead and lead into that and talk about that a little bit? About the go ahead.
Yes. No. Phil Shipley, just a recent guest on the Gorrilla Cookie Radio Show, which we fully appreciate.
We love you, Phil and Aaron.
No, we do. Maybe... Well, apparently Excite Radio as a whole loves him because they gave him his own show. And I am not threatened by that at all. Phil,
congratulations. Back off.
I'm gonna pee on your leg in a second. No.
This is gonna be a Thursday segment.
Yeah.
And can you see?
We had no room for him, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well,
you want to come in at 1:30 in the morning?
Right. Cool. Exactly.
We're down.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Come on in, man. We'll meet you. Do the red eye.
Right.
This is gonna be a Thursday program, and there'll be more details on that. Here probably by next week. In fact, we'll announce this.
So we've got a number of things going on. We've got the Halloween event, which is happening on November 1st.
That's correct.
The week following, we've got the what is the other one? The one you were mentioning on November 9th.
Okay, on November 9th. That's also going to be another. That's a battle.
No, the Battle of the Bands one.
But then even the day before, which is November 8th,
we've got something else. Wow.
Both these are down in Riverside too, by the way. So if anyone
might just
down
quit
there,
my job and work for free.
Oh yeah, why not? Let's just do that.
I could. Well, I'm in costume every day.
I want to get drunk every day and talk on the radio.
Yeah, why not? Hey, this is Friday. Is it? That would make
my government will help me.
Right. What government? We don't have a government right now. What the hell? Yeah, I've actually literally heard they shut down Yosemite. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, people are
pissed. Shut down Yosemite.
People are pissed off about that.
Say what?
It's funny because I've actually traveled through Yosemite before, and if you've ever been there, there's
shame on you people. Shame on you.
There's a lot of trees, and then I'm just thinking, really, this is why people come to drive through a freaking forest. This is ridiculous.
No, it's amazing.
I was miserable. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then I saw the damage of all the trees burned down. And finally, when I went to the last time, I'm like, look at these jackasses, pulled over to the side. We're looking at more trees. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know on the other side.
Unbeknownst to you.
Was the Half Dome.
Oh, amazing! I tried to hike it, but man, it was so cold when I was there the last time. It was not happening at all.
Yeah, you know what? Went there, and it's funny because they have a million mosquitoes out there, and they've got bears.
That is true.
I'm terrified of bears. If anyone out there
bears, really? Who isn't terrified of bears?
Right?
Nice bear,
good bear, teddy bear.
Right?
Let me hug you. Here, take along my innards.
Yeah, exactly. Eat all my food. Fine. Whatever.
Well, we're running pretty.
Yeah, we're close. No, we're closing down. Oh man, once again, another half hour down.
You want to do last minute shout outs and apologies?
Apologies. I apologize to no one. I smell too bad to apologize to anybody. but I
agree with that. I'm not going to apologize.
I'm ready to start my weekend, man. I got to tell you. So, and sure enough, we've got 30 seconds to go.
Happy Friday, everyone!
Right, exactly.
It's just beginning.
Yeah, I'm just going to turn up this freaking this song and close us out. And I don't even have time to do that. I'll have basically enough time to do the last little bit, which is coming up now. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Have a good weekend, and we love you all. Tune in next week.
Gorrilla Cookie Radio Show. Next week, stay tuned for Geek Speak coming up next on X-Rite Radio.
Tell them I talk about we love how we unruly, yeah. Pick up every yard man street and pick up every one school, yeah. Tell them I talk about we love how we unruly, yeah. Pick up every yard man street and pick up every one school, yeah. We make them string like cellular. No little bone can't ever blow the law. Even shopping time that I'm a gun like I am. Like I'm a doll, leave that damage, but them shopping time that knock on me side, come knock at your door. But me if I when me down in like I'm a doll, leave that and you can't get back your store. Anyhow, I just so happy man. Do anybody when you love for me that man. None of them can pick out the Rolex watching me have on. But in a them girlfriend out and Mary I you pick them out. You eat them like a star. Tell a lot me down for days and I tell myself to run them out. She love my movie down. Every girl me touch them make me still live on. Tell them a taboo me, the whole and movie, yeah. Pick up every yard man street and pick up every one school, yeah. Tell them a taboo me, the whole and movie, yeah. Pick up every yard man street and pick up every one school, yeah. Anyway, we tell them come far. And you don't mind no machine, them bomb we far. Tell them we are going to share with bomb we far. Them rum numbers. Tell them a taboo me, the boy and bully, yeah. Pick up every urban street and pick up every one school, yeah. Tell them a taboo me, the boy and bully, yeah. Pick up every urban street and pick up every one school, yeah. Hey, nah, them up regular. String like cellular. No little bone can't ever do with her.
Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state. Then, nearly 14 billion years ago, expansion started. Wait, wrong show. It's time to grab your capes and take a seat. And now, the creator of the best cat videos online. Your hosts, the Bishop and Queen Mob.
Hey geeks, it's Friday.
Yay.
I'm not alone. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. It's Geek Speak Live on Fridays at 5. It's Friday. Woohoo! Come on, are you guys really that excited?
Yeah.
Actually, I am. I usually work on the weekends, so Friday's like, yay, it's yay for everyone else.
It's a Friday.
Yay.
Yay. Well, yay for everybody who's on their way home right now and listening to us live.
Congratulations.
Yay, you're working.
You made it through the week.
Congrats. You're working. You have a job. Be thankful.
Have a good job.
So how was everybody's week?
Great.
Yeah?
Went by really fast.
Did it?
Yeah.
How about you, Dwayne?
It kept its pace.
It kept its pace. You know what? For me as well, it actually did not fly by for me. It was actually quite a long week.
Yeah.
Even with Columbus Day? Sorry. Oh, no.
Yeah, because in geekdom, that's just, I made a lot of jokes about going to my neighbor's house and squatting and eating their food and sleeping with their wives. But other than that, it's just another day.
It was just a moon day.
It's a moon day, yeah. And then on Tuesday, Tuesday we went to the DVD red carpet Black Dahlia release, which was pretty cool. We have McKen Dog went with us.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We met a lot of cool people.
Red carpet treatment and everything.
Everybody looks so good.
We all got cleaned
Sorry,
up.
I missed it. I had to get
sexy. It was pretty cool, man. And a lot of people.
A lot of people were there.
Early, I was like, I don't know if I can do that.
It was at the W in Hollywood. Right?
Yep, yeah, it was at the W in Hollywood, as you said. It was in their main outside, like, it's where they hold all their special events. That's where the red carpet was laid out. And yeah, it was pretty amazing. Yours truly was number 2. I mean, they were like, McKen Dog, XI Radio, holy shit. Put me up on the stage and ran through the red carpet, people taking pictures. I was blinded by the light.
Yeah, you can see those on our
Where
Facebook.
were you, Miss Sexy?
I was with my parents.
Aww.
Yay.
It was their last night in town, so.
Oh, so they make it back okay?
They did.
Good to hear. Yeah. What about you, D-Boy? So you had a good time at the red carpet?
Yes, it was a lot of fun. We got up on the red carpet. A whole bunch of people took pictures of us, and they knew who we were. a little strange, but it's pretty cool.
I saw the picture. It looked really good.
Thank you. It was kind of weird to kind of get approached on that level of like, oh yeah, we've heard of you. Not having to explain who we are, what we were doing there. It was just more of like, oh, we've heard of you. And I was like, really?
Like, who is your daddy and what does he do? Yeah.
But everyone was really warm, and we had conversations all night long. We closed that bitch down.
Yeah, we met a lot of people.
We did a lot of contacts. One of the guys coming in today, we actually met there, Mr. Cass Anvar.
Y'all probably were going home when I was waking up.
Really?
Yeah, because I had to get up at 3.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She helps serve the drug to the masses.
Yeah, I work at a
barista
that serves coffee with siren logo place that serves coffee.
Yeah, some small place, mom and pop place.
No big deal. Only a couple times a week, but yeah, that just happened to be the day.
But it was cool to hang out with our friend Alexis Iacono. Everyone kept misspelling her name. I feel so bad for her. It's Iacono. Just for those that are listening.
Say that 3 times fast.
No.
Okay.
It's very hard.
Do it. Do it, Dwayne. Do it.
Yeah, I haven't had any drinks yet.
He can only spell when he's drunk.
Yes.
Well, I did my homework this week, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buff up a little bit on what's going on Geek TV, because there's a lot of stuff coming out right now. Like, a lot. Besides Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which had a new episode.
Walking Dead.
Did you guys...
Right?
Hold on, D-Boy, one at a time. So did you guys see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Anybody? Yep. Yeah?
I'm still behind.
How behind?
2 episodes.
Okay. Cover your ears and sister.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but it's kind of taken an interesting turn. I'm kind of getting back on board with the whole, okay, this could go somewhere.
Really?
The last episode kind of is starting to bring things.
Honestly, I didn't watch the last episode because the last couple ones were so hard to get into. It's this one, it's starting to kill it so much.
What'd you think, McKen Dog? You saw it.
I thought it was. I really think it's growing. It's growing on me, and I hate to go off topic, but it's to me, and I'm trying to tie it together. Did anybody here watch Once Upon a Time, their first season? It was really hard because there's so much character development they're trying to build off of. I can see that's what they're doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're really trying to build a bunch of the character development before they really get into the storyline that's going to grab you. And I can see what they're doing. I'm sticking with it, and I think there's definitely a lot of potential there.
So did you think this last episode kind of won you over a little bit more?
it held me over. I definitely saw some room for improvement, but yeah, no, I mean it was, I'm seeing it as it goes, and I'm still optimistic about it. I haven't written it off. I give roughly half a season, and if it hasn't at least said okay, there's potential, I tune out.
I think with this last episode, I think it got more into a little more character development. You saw a little more personality, and like the hacker girl, I actually kind of like a little more now because you saw that because the first few episodes she was like left and right, you weren't too sure. Yeah. This one kind of brought it home a little more with her character and the McFitz, the two scientists.
Fitz and one's Patrick.
Yeah.
Right.
Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Them. They kind of grew on me a little more this episode.
It's the yet to be announced geek romance. I mean, they're into one another. They haven't figured it out yet.
That's kind of weird.
They're gonna have like the ultra geek superpower love.
I don't know why that strikes me as weird. It's like brother and sister.
Fantastic, because it's nice when two intelligent, well-educated characters get together. So it's more than just, but I think you're cute.
They're gonna
when they get together and can't admit they're actually attracted to one another. That's
the line I normally use.
So basically,
I know, Dwayne. That's where I got it from.
So they're basically they're going to hyphenate their name and they're going to be one someday.
It's Patrick.
That's cute.
It is cute.
So like D-Boy mentioned, Walking Dead. I'm still not watching it. So tell me,
it was a good episode.
It was
such a great.
Spoiler away. I don't care.
I'm holding out. I'm doing the same thing that.
What's that? Sorry. I got excited.
What's the name? No. I'm interested.
You guys are putting me on the spot now.
I was just saying. I was holding out. I was holding out like I was for whatchamacallit, Talking Bad or Breaking Bad, exactly.
Talking Bad is
that's the follow up. But yeah, no, I mean I had to wait because I knew I was going to be into it. So what's going on? I'm interested.
Oh man,
what's going on? Walking Dead.
Well,
what happened?
They kind of set it up a little bit for you for the. I think the next episode is going to be rough, man. Like, do you guys really want to know? Like, you want us to tell you?
No.
Okay, so is it
spoilers?
So you're not upset about this new season?
No,
you're happy.
I really
It was actually a great season, and it looks like there's some new deads coming out.
New deads?
Some new zombie type people. I don't know. It looks kind of fishy at the end.
They're posing the question: what if there's you get sick within the camp and something happens to someone there? So there's that question that's coming up.
Not too much of a spoiler alert,
Right.
but because most of the time the dead just don't really walk together, but now they're all walking together, and some of them are holding hands. Maybe, I don't know.
So they're reverting back to their human forms, kind of thing.
Maybe they might either be learning or getting like a little smarter.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, that's what I kind of was picking up on.
Dun, dun,
Zombies holding hands, singing songs.
Oh, they're literally doing that, but that's what I'm hoping for next season at least. There's like nice little zombie musical. I don't know.
Walking Dead the musical episode.
It's gonna be like Buffy, once more with feeling.
Exactly.
Oh god. That's when it jumped the shark.
No, I love that episode.
That's such jump the shark on Buffy.
No. Yes. It was genius.
I'm gonna dance, then I'm gonna die. Like, come on.
But there was a purpose to it. It was a dancing demon.
Oh, good. I'm so glad I've never seen that episode.
That song? So good.
Buffy's still intact for me.
Yes.
So
you'll love it.
No, but seriously, The Walking Dead does pose a couple of new questions about, okay, you're in a safe environment with, enclosed in, your space, and what, and you, spoiler alert, like everyone has the virus, so when you die, you do turn. It doesn't
what do you
matter how
mean?
You die. It doesn't matter how you die. You turn. So what if someone in the camp?
Even if you're in the guillotine, you get your head cut off.
Exactly.
Just be the talking head.
What if someone's in the nice. Yeah, but what if someone in the camp, something happens to them and they die? Then what?
Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to start watching now because I think by the time I finish watching, I'll caught up to you guys, and it'll be the end of the season.
Yeah. And like one of the best things I like is
it ending the season?
No.
Maybe not then.
Yeah, I would just wait. I'm gonna wait.
They'll probably have a couple more seasons, then they're gonna do like of course a spin-off because that's what they do.
Well, I'll wait. Like I did. I'm happy I did that with Breaking Bad, so I'm gonna wait for Walking Dead as well.
Yeah.
ask a question. Has anybody been watching Sleepy Hollow? Any input on Sleepy Hollow?
Tom Mison has been one of my favorite actors for a very long time, so I'm excited that he's getting it.
He is rocking it, man. He is rocking it.
Of course he is. He's Tom Mison. He's a Shakespearean trained actor.
Before we go on and talk about Shakespearean trained actors, we just joined in studio. Thanks, ma'am.
You're welcome. I actually did that on purpose.
I know. Of course. You don't have to point that out to me. I know. We're here.
Hello, I'm Captain Obvious.
Death Star, remember? That's us. Okay, so Mr. Kassan Varj joined us in studio today, sir. How are you?
Doing good. I'm just preparing a tweet for everybody. Here we go.
Yay!
Letting everyone know you're here in studio and watch us.
Everyone. Hello. Yeah, what a drive to get out here.
Right? We are in the valley.
Small.
Right?
I'm in the valley. You guys are in the like horizon landscape of the valley.
Tatooine.
Where the sun
I don't know.
sets.
You're like a moon.
Yeah.
It's the secret base.
Near Mos Eisley.
There we go.
Yeah. Everyone smile for his tweet here.
Everyone smile. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't get the hot girls. I just got the ugly guy.
Right. It's all.
It happens.
He called us hot girls.
See?
I think he called you a hot girl.
No,
I had plural.
He said those are plural there.
Just making conversation.
You're hot. Okay, tweeted it.
Queen Map is hot.
So we were talking earlier about how we met. We were at the W this past Tuesday for the DVD.
Yeah.
And you showed up.
A drunken table.
Right? Yeah, I was actually sober.
You were pretty sober.
I was very sober, actually.
What?
No one was.
I was totally
I'm
sober.
just causing problems.
I missed that.
We had a good time at the red carpet event, and that's where we met.
Yeah, that's where we met.
And
I was with my Comic-Con agent, Derek, and he was telling me to get down there because it was really cool Black Dahlia thing. So I rushed down there, and there you were.
Yeah, and
looking very dapper.
Thank you very much. You didn't look too bad yourself.
Thanks.
But he showed up like about 10:30 at night, and it was kind of dying down. So we were just sitting there having a chit chat, and
I had to liven the party up a bit.
I was going to say you made your entrance.
I had to.
He did. He was like, boom, wave number 2. And we closed that mother down.
Nice.
And we did. We made some good contacts.
Shut it down.
And me and your agent were talking. I'm actually writing that story for him.
Oh yeah?
Oh, he thought I was BSing, and you're going to be in it too. He said, he's like, I got a part for everybody in this.
Ooh.
So it's going to be good. I'll tell you about later.
So this is like a piece of fiction that you're writing?
Yes. Like, because he was talking, he was like, everyone
talked to my agent.
Yeah, and he was like, everyone talks, but no one walks. And I was like,
really?
Challenge accepted.
Challenge. And I'm on page 12 already. And I was like,
wow.
You know what?
What are you
gonna
writing? Is this like a feature or a TV show?
TV series. I had it in. It was back burners, and
percolating.
And he said a couple of triggers, and I was like, hey, what about this? And he's like, let's see what you got. And he didn't think I had anything. And
he's got. I mean, you do know. He's got some serious. Connections.
And that's why he was like, if you do this, he's like, if you do this, I'll do this.
Right.
And I was like, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad.
As far as the geek sci-fi world, he knows the people that you want to.
Exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna let this one go. I'm sorry. You put it out there. I'm not that guy. Yeah.
I'm seeing him in a couple of days. So
good.
I'll let him know so that he gets on the afterburners on that one.
Yeah. And if you look at my Facebook post, you'll see a random post on there of what I'm writing right now. Just because like he accepted me recently. I'm like, look, this is what I'm doing at 2:00 in the morning.
Nice. Follow the clues.
Yeah.
He's what it is.
Creating languages.
Anything.
It's going to be called Walking Patrick.
So you guys are talking about Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
A huge fan.
Really?
I'm going to get on that show.
I'm going to like it, but
Me too.
I hate waiting. The Game of Thrones wait is killing me.
I know.
The Rome. Do you ever see Rome? Back at HBO?
Yeah.
That 3.5 year wait, that killed me.
That was insane.
Between seasons, I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm going to wait till everything's done, and then I'll
watch the box.
Breaking Bad. Yeah. I sat there for 4 days.
Yes.
Finished the whole damn thing.
No.
4-day Breaking Bad.
Patrick thought I finished the whole damn thing. And I was like, and we were talking about it, and he's like, mentioned the last episode you watched, and I'm like, dude, there's another fucking season. There's another fucking season.
By the way, I want to ask, did you guys see the official post on Sir
Anthony Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins on Brian. Mm-hmm. He said he sat down over a weekend, watched the entire beginning to end, and had never seen a finer actor perform in the history of acting. That was
Anthony Hopkins said this about
Sir Anthony Hopkins said this about
Brian Cranston.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, come on.
No, Brian,
when it comes from a Sir anyone.
No, Brian kicks it. Brian kicks it.
And the fact that he didn't win the Best Actor.
He didn't win Best Actor.
No. Anthony said he was thinking about giving a personal award of his because he felt he deserved it because it was the best acting he had ever seen. And that was
Who beat Bryan Cranston?
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was the news desk. The actor on the news desk.
Oh, Jeff Daniels.
Jeff was pretty good.
Daniels.
I mean,
it might have been, but it was
Jeff
someone
did
else
win,
from the news
and
desk.
Jeff is pretty good, but Brian.
I'm not dissing him. I'm not dissing Jeff at all.
No, Brian
However,
killed it.
that's kind of like when you know it's the end, guys. I think they were kind of playing, best show, best.
They'll
this,
probably
didn't want to give him too many.
They're going to give it to him
accolades,
next year, though. They're going to give it to him next year.
Right,
They can't.
they still
It's
have
over.
They have
No,
another
but
season.
he got
from
nominated
this
for
year,
the
right?
second to last season.
Yeah.
So now next
so
season.
it's an option for the
next season. Yeah, I mean it'll be over, but they'll nominate him for his final season.
Oh, then you know it's coming up.
There it is.
It's basically on whatever.
You know how they do that. Lord of the Rings. None of the movies get nominated until the very end because or they don't
I
win.
saw that.
Rather,
I was just impressed. I'm like, Sir Anthony Hopkins, props.
Well, I mean,
Or
if
they
you
don't
look at
win.
the writing for Breaking Bad, it's basically like Richard III meets Lear meets,
Macbeth.
all these. Oh my God.
You're like all about Shakespeare, aren't you?
I am.
Oh, yeah,
It's
she
my
is.
life.
You know I ran a Shakespeare company, don't you? No. Yeah.
I did.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
I
She's
did.
tossing in all these Shakespeare quotes.
Because when we walked in,
getting on my
like-
good side.
like I told you,
It's my life. It really is.
Really?
Like all the plays I write are all, indicative
well,
of Shakespeare.
there's only 13 stories, and Shakespeare wrote them all.
well, because it was so funny that we met so casually, and then invited you on the show without really knowing who you were, because you were just a good guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, send
It's
me
so
your
funny.
info.
He's like, you really did a lot of stuff, man. This is gonna be fun. He's like,
Oh my
I
God,
thought
that
you were
is
just a schmuck. I thought you were a schmuck at a party, like looking for an interview. Like, whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. So I told Matt when I walked in, I'm like, did you see what else he's done? She's like, yeah, Shakespeare is all the way.
You're
Yeah.
also trilingual.
Yeah, I'm more than that now.
I was gonna say.
Right. Well, I don't remember much, but my minor for my master's was Farsi.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Shema.
All I basically remember is salam, khubi.
Good. That's a very good accent, actually.
Merci, merci.
Yeah, you're very
She's like,
good.
so I want to
Very
talk to you.
Tehani.
Very. She sings it. That's really good.
I do. Well, our teacher used to show us some children's videos.
Right.
So they buy
Oh my God, they dance and sing. Yeah,
And I'm like, oh God, I love this. This is how I talk. Ballet,
I'm like, she's good.
She's fantastic.
Shakespeare and Farsi. That's 2 for 2.
To get her Norse mythology.
Beautifully.
But amongst all of the
I don't even know anyone's names.
I'm sorry. So that's right.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to our show. Right here. This is
What
Heidi.
kind of host?
I'm
Doesn't
sorry. I'm
introduce
bad at that.
Me to your homeboys.
See, we all know you. We all know you. But you remember Dwayne and Sean from the other night, of course.
Dwayne, Sean, barely met you. How you doing?
And to my left here, this is Heidi.
Heidi.
And Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Also, no, I call her Mab.
Yeah, she goes by Queen Mab.
Was it just me, or when their hands touched, did you guys see some type of light and magic? I saw some energies like colliding.
Shakespeare's ghost.
I'll call you Queen Mab. I like that.
Queen Mab.
Thank you.
That's her name there.
Mercutio would be proud.
I decided on mine.
And did you?
Yes, let's announce it.
You want to announce it?
Announcement.
What is your
attention?
What is your new name?
It's not that big of a deal.
No, it is.
It's Lady Adelaide.
Aww,
Lady Adelaide. We got
that's
a
lovely.
queen and a lady, and
Yeah.
We see a theme
guess
happening.
we're all
here.
just pawns over here.
Yeah, a bunch of pawns in the game of life.
Nani nani.
We don't mess around.
That's lovely too. Because we all have on our website, Cass, we have
Hey ho, the wind and the rain.
we have names, alternate names that we go by when we post things. And
Oh, yeah?
like I'm Bishop and the infamous Dwayne and Queen Mab. and
Bishop
so-
from the X-Men?
No, actually, that kind of happened by. It was a nickname that stuck in high school. I went to from private high school to a public high school my senior year, and there was already a Patrick on the football team, which was an oddity. So they called me Bishop, which was the name of my old school, and so it stuck.
You're like Patrick of Bishop.
Right, exactly.
Sir Patrick from Bishop.
I hail from Bishop, and so it always. I had a girlfriend for a year. She thought my name was Bishop.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty.
That's very convenient.
She was like,
actually.
Patrick, is that your name? And I'm like,
What?
yeah.
No, it's good.
Because
she wore my Letterman jacket for the first time, and she's like, Patrick, and she was like, shut up. And I was like, funny. Wow.
That makes a lot of sense with the women you now date.
Hey, hence I've been single for 4 years, so I'm good. I'm good.
I did check the Emmy winners. It was Jeff Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jeff.
I saw a couple of his scenes. He's
Yes, it's really good. He's very talented.
So tell us a little bit about your Shakespeare experience. I mean,
Yes, please.
obviously you're
Let's talk
involved. I want to hear. You've been introduced to us. Let's find out a little bit. about
so you were the co-founder.
What's up, man?
No, I'm the founder. The founder. Artistic director of the Shakespeare in the Park Festival in Montreal.
And it was 18 years, right?
That's how long I was there. It's still going. I started it way back when, and I came from kind of the Juilliard of Canada, which is a national theater school, and lots of Shakespeare training there. And I fell in love with Shakespeare. That's how I started acting in high school. I was cast as Hamlet, and
nice.
that's kind of the hard place to start from, because it only goes downhill from Hamlet.
Where do you go from there? How do you
exactly? You don't.
You go to Lear.
You get
and the rage storm scene.
Exactly. It's kind of like you get bitten by the bug at 16, and then Shakespeare became my life. Did a professional theater training school, started a company while I was still in school, didn't know what I was doing, thank God, or I never would have done it. And then I just became a producer and an actor and a director and artistic director, and it just went on and on and on. And we grew from like a company that did like one play to 500 people, and by the end of it we were doing 2 plays to 50,000 people all across North America.
That's awesome. Well, you know what? We'll talk about more of your experiences when we come back from this commercial break.
You got commercials?
And we're back with more right after I'm done talking, which will be right about... No, not yet. Okay, now. He's back for another season to torment and delight your fragile little mind. He loves to let you know what he truly thinks, telling it like it is, without all that sugarcoating bullshit. Join us live every Friday at 8 on American Psycho, hosted by comedic legend, in his own mind, Mr. Brian Crow, bringing the best and worst of whatever is bothering him this week, and as always, showcasing the music of his special guests and undiscovered talents straight from the heart of Los Angeles. Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific and only on Excite Radio.
Are you a high-profile celebrity or recording artist? Do you need a photographer that just flat out kicks ass? Well, then you need Eric Williams. Visit www.ericwilliams.la or contact them at area code 323-993-0805. If you need the best photographer in Los Angeles, you need Eric Williams.
If you don't listen to Excite Radio, no one will like you. We're back. What'd I miss?
And we're back from our commercial breaks. Yeah, we got commercials.
That was awesome.
Holy smokes.
And in studio, Mr. Cass Anvar, sir. Am I saying your last name?
I'm kind of mind blown right now because I just found out you guys have 2 to 3 million people listening right now.
I try not to think about it.
Like, that's either a good thing or a bad thing to tell an actor.
Every time you scratch your nose or something else, you're like, oops, how many million people just watched me do that?
I get that feeling all the time.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I just think, like, I'm just talking to 6 people. And that's it.
Yeah, I don't. The people in this room and my mom.
Put in the.
Can you define 6 people for us? What exactly do you mean by that?
6 people in your head?
The ones that are here in the room.
I have a lot of voices in there. Like sometimes some of them are funny. Sometimes
I got a voice agent if you want.
It's a one-man Hamlet in Dwayne's head.
All the voices.
Hamlet.
Now,
what a great role.
Now, speaking of your Shakespearean prowess and whatnot, yes. I'm holding in my hand this magazine. You can guys see here. Go to his website, which is Cass Anvar. Is my saying your last name right? ANVAR Anvar.
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
You were cast as Dodi Al-Fayed in the upcoming Diana movie.
Yeah.
Starring Naomi Watts.
With the beautiful Naomi Watts. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
To me, when I see her, all I see is Jet from Tank Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Still.
From Tank Girl?
Like, that was
her?
Yes. Right?
Damn.
And I was 12 years old, and
mind blown.
Yeah, my
Take
heart.
a photo.
Yeah. I'm gonna cram this rocket up your socket. Yeah. Ever since that line, I was like, I'm in love with this woman. Yeah, we watch.
Okay, here we're doing a real tweet now with the real address and everything.
Radio side.
Did it.
Well, we're tweeting.
We can't talk and pose at the same time.
Yeah, not all of us. You guys.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Hope you enjoyed that moment.
Good shot.
I hope they enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if you guys remember the situation with Princess Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed.
Oh, too well.
You know, it's one of those moments in time where you were kind of like, do you remember where you were? Like
do.
JFK.
I do.
You know, definitely the Princess Diana, Dodi Al-Fayed tragedy was one of those moments where
I don't know where I was.
I woke up early to watch
I remember it. I just don't know where I was.
I was actually, it's kind of a stupid thing. I was sawing a paintball gun because I was modifying.
Paintball?
Yeah.
I'm on a paintball team.
Are you really? I used to be on a paintball team back in the day. I'm having knee surgery.
Bastards.
I was part of the Tsunami, Team Tsunami.
Last man standing. Last time we played.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm hardcore paintballer. Back in that day, I was actually modifying my paintball gun myself because that's the way you did it, and interrupted my show. And I think it was Beavis and Butthead, and they went to the car crash. You know, and I was like, what the? It went on every station. Yeah. You know, everyone interrupted what they were doing to show what happened.
Well, the one thing I found out from doing this movie is that Princess Diana is and was and is the biggest celebrity in the world. Everyone knows who she is. Everyone loves her. And 15 years after her death, she still provokes a massive amount of emotions in people. She's not like history right now. She's like current and
voted the most popular graffiti, the Banksy Buck, with Princess Di's picture.
Oh, really?
That was voted the number one classiest graffiti art of 2012.
I believe it.
Last year.
The Banksy dollar?
The Banksy Buck. The Banksy dollar.
With Princess Diana?
Right, where they replaced the Queen with her and Banksy.
Oh, that must
the reason why I'm reacting that way is because I was actually
buzz.
I was actually watching a history of Pawn Stars, like on the History Channel.
Yeah.
And they brought in that dollar.
They had a Banksy Buck.
And he rejected it.
Really?
Because he was like, I don't even know what this is, so take it away.
The old man did, but they ended up buying it anyway.
Did they?
The old man's so funny.
Oh,
They didn't know what the Banksy dollar was?
The old man, the old guy.
One, the one that they
he was like, to me, it's graffiti. It's what do you call it? Counterfeit money.
And
for those millions of people who don't know what the Banksy dollar is, what is the Banksy dollar for those millions of people that don't know?
It is a counterfeit. It is a 10-pound bill from England that traditionally has Queen Elizabeth on there, Bank of England, and Banksy took it, created a counterfeit with Princess Di. You know it's a counterfeit because it says Banksy of England, and all of the serial numbers are all the same. And he made a limited run of these and actually started handing them out. And he didn't charge for them, but now they're worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars because a number of them have been confiscated, and they still do not know who the guy is today.
Yeah.
Like, what was that movie where they wear the fox mask? V. Right. Every time he's interviewed or done anything, he wears one of those crazy masks.
Yeah,
no one
even the
knows who he
documentary
is. They're trying to bust him. It just keeps adding to the value. But he was, anyway, it was Diane. She's the reason why it got so popular.
Yeah,
because of her.
So yeah, she's the superstar, rock star of all celebrities.
So what about Dodi's father? Did he have any kind of interact with you? Because I know he's still very upset and still going on with investigations with what happened.
Yeah,
he's not gonna let this die.
No, he believes very strongly in what he believes in, and I don't think he had very much to do with the movie. I know he's aware of it. I don't know in what capacity, but I didn't have any contact with him or the royal family.
Now, the interesting thing about Mohammed Al-Fayed is, he owns Harrods in Knightsbridge in London. And when you go into the Egyptian staircase, all the pharaohs have his face on it.
Get out.
No. And he has decided, I kid you not, that when he dies, he wants to become mummified and be put on the top of the Egyptian staircase as a pharaoh. Yeah, as a pharaoh, because he's decided he's the new pharaoh because he has so much money. I mean, it's so interesting hearing about him, especially because having lived in the UK, the culture around him and him just going on his raging fits is immense. It's so awesome. I loved whenever it was in the news, and I remember when they released the home videos of Princess Diana that were very damning. He came out and was like, "This proves nothing." That's my Egyptian accent.
So what is this? One of my followers named her name is Tanija. How do we pronounce your name, girl?
Close enough.
Tanjida Hussein. She has just told me that Banksy's face has now been revealed.
What?
Oh, really?
Ooh, we gotta look that up.
Okay, for those of you who
I got
don't
like
know
a
who
ton of this art
Banksy
hanging in my house.
Thank you, Tanjida.
Yeah, thank you. So for those who don't know who Banksy is, he is an incredibly talented street artist based out of the UK.
Not only does he make awesome counterfeit bills, but he does, and it's random, which is cool.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about this, instead of taking it down or destroying the artwork, they're actually taking the walls out of the buildings, and they replace the wall. The city, the government is now replacing
to
the walls.
show the graffiti.
And they're putting it on display and selling the graffiti. Yeah,
nice.
And so they're no longer destroying it; they're preserving it, and they're fixing whatever they damage in the excavating of that, which is awesome. But back to Diana. So doing a movie like this, I mean, how was working with Naomi Watts? First of all,
man, she is a class act. She is an incredible professional. She worked her booty off prepping for that role. She was the character all the time, on camera, off camera. I think she put so much energy into her. Like Diana was all about really, really small details. Diana was about the way she walked, the way she looked, the way she glanced, the way she talked, and she captured that so beautifully. She captured the essence of that incredible woman. She was so young when she died. She was like early 30s when she died.
Yeah.
And she had such a powerful, this is what I learned doing the movie actually, was she was such a powerfully positive person. She wanted to make so much change in the world. And she didn't want to just do something small like, set fashion trends or whatever, which she did, even without thinking about it. But she wanted to really provoke change in the world. She wanted to eliminate landmines in all those war-torn countries where children were getting killed because they were playing in a field that had been mined during some civil war,
like Afghanistan.
I mean, World War I. I mean, they said there's some 1.5 million undiscovered landmines all over Indonesia. I mean, all over the place.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So she championed that and got a lot done, and she couldn't sit still. With the celebrity she had, the power that she had, knowing that she could accomplish things. I mean, she did so much for children. Children was a big thing for her. She did so much for children in hospitals and sick children and kids with cancer. And
that's one thing I always remember of Diana, was seeing her constantly with children.
Yeah.
And with that smile on her face. And it was a very subtle... Like, she could charm you with just that look.
And she apparently, I know a friend of mine who was her guide on a cruise ship. He was a lead dancer on a cruise ship, and she arrived on the cruise ship. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was a big deal. And they all had been prepared how to greet her and how to shake hands and how to say. And he's American, and he was so excited that he just forgot. They had a whole week's worth of training, and he forgot everything. And he grabbed her hand and grabbed her arm and shook her and wouldn't let her arm go. And he was like, "I'm so excited to meet you, Princess Diana." And she started laughing, and she goes, "I want him to tour me around the boat." So he was just like, and then he said that she just had an absolutely sparkling sense of humor, and she was incredibly intelligent, incredibly witty, and it was just a real joy to be with her. But he got to see a side of her that most people don't get to see, because he had kind of tickled that funny bone in her. And
she let her guard down a little bit.
She let her guard down, and you get to see actually a little bit more of her.
She was a prankster.
Was she a prankster?
Yeah, she was a huge prankster.
Well, you should see, when you see the movie that's going to come out, you get to see a little bit of the kind of things she did to get what she needed to get
really
done. Yeah, she went to some pretty extreme lengths.
Good for her.
So the movie,
daring.
The movie comes out pretty soon, November 1st.
November 1st, yeah. I'm flying to New York on the 29th for the premiere.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, tell Naomi we said hello.
I will. I'll say hi to Naveen and Naomi for you.
Now, the other cool part about what you do, besides act in moving pictures
and Shakespeare,
is you get to live in the video game world.
Hell yeah.
That's so badass.
Hell yeah.
Because trust me,
back to my geek roots.
Like I recently, and Dwayne's seen it, I keep showing him every couple of days, is my character in FIFA. I get to put my face on my character in FIFA.
Oh yeah?
And that tickles my funny bone every time. I'm like, that's me in slow motion. But you are the voice of Altair.
I am, yeah.
In Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and started in Revelations, and then moved on to Halo 4 and Call of Duty and Command and Conquer. I just actually did the reason I'm dressed like I guess Steve Jobs or some ninja assassin today is because I had an audition for a huge PlayStation game, which I don't even know what it's called. It's top secret. It's some big new IP. That's what they were willing to tell me, is that it's not a franchise sequel. It's a brand new game.
Sweet, because PS4 is coming out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it might be a PS4 game. I don't know. But I was auditioning for the PS3 company.
Nice.
And it was an amazing character for an amazing script, and I was geeking out just being there, and they were like, oh my god, that was such a good thing. I said, I'm having so much fun. So yeah.
So how many years have you been working on Assassin's Creed now then?
Well, Assassin's Creed, I just did the Revelations, and but I've been doing game voices for about almost 3 years now. It's really just new. Like I am now and always have been since my earliest youthful kind of years as a hatchling, been a geek and a gamer and a comic book collector and a science fiction fan and a Dungeons and Dragons guy since I was a little kid. But I never dreamed I'd be able to make money and do it as part of my job. That was just luck. I just happened to get a voice acting agent. My very first voice gig I auditioned for was Assassin's Creed.
Oh, wow.
And it was called, I can't remember what it was called. It was called something like the Desert Destiny or something. I don't know. They put all these top secret
code names. Yeah.
You know, my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was called Eclipse.
Right.
And Halo, I don't know what Halo 4 was called. But
it's so oriental.
And Altair was named Habib.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so I was auditioning for Altair, and I was called Habib. And so I got the role, and I'm like, great, I'm Habib. And they go, no, actually, you're Altair. And I went, what? And then I look him up on the internet, and I went, oh my god,
that's cool.
This is a huge thing. He was so cool. Yeah.
So did you play, or do you play Assassin's Creed?
Well, you know what the weird thing was about Assassin's that game is you don't, like in the old games, there was once you played a game, the cutscenes would come down, and then there was an option to go and replay the cutscenes, like all one after the other. You could play them even if you're not in the game. But Assassin's Creed doesn't let you do that. You have to beat the game to get to a cutscene, and you can't pause it. You can't. So I'm like, I got to play the game because I got it right away, and no one had put it on YouTube yet. And I didn't know that it was going to go on YouTube because I was a bit of a newbie on that at that moment. And so I had to play the game. And whenever I got to a cutscene, I'd call my family and I'd say, "Come on, hurry! I can't pause it." And then we'd watch my cutscene, and then I'd be like, "Wow!" And then they'd all go back to their business. And I'd keep playing.
That's awesome.
It was kind of weird though playing.
You said that you played D&D. What are some of your characters like?
What do you like to roll?
I love playing a thief. I have a really cool assassin character that I invented.
Thieves and assassins are always fun.
Who has a metal hand, like a claw with detachable components.
Well, gee, I wonder where you got inspired for that.
I don't know.
I'm always like half elf.
And
yeah, I like the halfling characters are always badass.
Yeah.
I have a fighter who got polymorphed into a goblin. And
oh, wow.
He was a king, and he had a really cool outfit, and now he's a goblin. So, formerly human fighter.
Are you a PS3 or Xbox guy?
I got both.
You got both?
I won
so did you pick up Diablo?
I won an Xbox at Comic-Con this year.
Sweet.
What the hell?
That's badass.
Isn't that
How
cool?
did you do that?
Put my business card in.
They have drawings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the best
cafe,
things.
The Wired Cafe had an Xbox drawing.
Sweet.
Man. Yeah. So now I got both. I was a PS3 guy.
Did you pick up Diablo 3?
I have not.
If you're a big D&D person,
well, I did Diablo 2. So
yeah, Diablo 3 on the PS3 because we played at E3. Remember?
Was it good?
Yeah. It's four player.
We gotta leave? No, we're not leaving. No.
We played we kept going back for more.
Oh yeah. Have you played Diablo 2?
Oh yeah.
So it's like surpasses.
It's a good couch buddy game. Like you can sit there with your buddies.
Oh, you can play multiple. You can co-op on Diablo.
Yes, like 4 players.
Like the way you could do it online.
4 players simultaneously,
and now you can do it at home without being attached to the internet. I didn't know that.
Yeah, side by side, or you get on the internet and you can play.
And that's PS3,
PS3 and Xbox.
Okay,
and it's a lot of fun.
So maybe I'll get one of each.
Yes, just in case, because
people.
You never know. He's taking it to a whole other level. I like this guy.
Taking it there.
I like this guy.
Right.
Yes, that can totally happen.
You're getting me all like.
Yeah, we're game on. We're gonna totally game on. So you're a gamer.
TV's up. Let's do this.
You're the voice of the gamer.
I'm a voice of a gamer. I'm a gamer.
And you were also in Neverland. I saw that.
Yeah.
In sci-fi.
Oh yeah.
I love.
Wasn't that
Neverland.
good?
Oh my gosh.
What a cast.
Well, here's the thing about sci-fi. It's like Alice. You know, when they made Alice, they take.
Did you see that
awesome,
one? Same director, same writer, Nick Willing, rock star. He's one of my best friends. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, I love him.
Well, my PhD supervisor is the neighbor of the little boy. And so he was like, if you liked Alice, you have to watch Neverland.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I liked how they morphed it into something that was actually contextually very relevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really good.
So great.
It's the prequel to Peter Pan. It's like, how did Hook lose his hand? How did Tinkerbell, who is she? Where did Peter Pan come from? And how did the Lost Boys get there? What is Neverland? What the hell's going on there? Where is it coming from? How do you get there?
You can watch Sci-Fi on demand, I believe, still.
Yeah, and
it
on Netflix.
also was on Netflix, yeah.
Netflix, all for free. It's 4 hours, gorgeous, beautiful, high production values. I loved it.
Speaking of new and Neverland and fantasy, this past week on ABC, I don't know if any of you guys caught this, but Once Upon a Time in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
Premiere. Did you guys see that?
My buddy Naveen's on there.
Jafar, right?
You know, he beat me on that role, right?
I was going to say, you had been a great Jafar.
I went out for Jafar, and I was like, I'm Canadian. This shoots in Vancouver. This is me.
Wait a second. Jafar from Aladdin is in.
Yes. Oh, spoiler alert. Sorry.
No.
But you know what? It's the first episode, so it's not that big of a spoiler.
Queen of Hearts have a little something going on.
So Naveen.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah. Okay. But what I'm looking forward to is I'm going to get a role on that. And I'm going to be kind of up against Naveen, and that'll be my third show.
They're going to need an Aladdin
with him. You think I can do Aladdin?
I think you pull Aladdin.
I could do Aladdin.
Look at the genie.
Absolutely.
You could have pulled the genie too.
I could do the genie.
You could totally do the genie.
Yeah.
Because I totally thought that was like you could. I was thinking about you when I was watching.
I'd like to do
done these one.
Yeah.
On reality.
It was a.
You know, I played his brother in Lost, right? Naveen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was Saeed's brother.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Wow.
Also, you.
I remember that.
That's exciting.
Right? Isn't that amazing?
I love how an Indian guy played an Iraqi.
Yeah.
When I saw Lost,
I love how you said Iraqi.
I'm not Iraqi.
She's that girl.
She's so correct. She's got that Persian accent going.
I refuse to say it incorrectly, given my past.
That's why I never do it. That's why I let her do it.
That's good.
It's true. It's true.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
When I first saw Lost, I love Naveen. I love him. What was that movie? Was he in Fire? No, which one was he in?
He was in The English Patient, which he got nominated for an Oscar for.
He was with Jodie Foster in.
Oh yeah.
He's the boyfriend of Jodie Foster.
A little bit of Bollywood stuff
killed.
going on
I
with
love
it.
Pride and Prejudice. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, cool. A solid Indian actor playing a solid Indian character. And he's like, I'm from Iraq. I was like, oh, God.
I know.
Well, back to Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. I think it was they kind of took the video game. You guys ever play the video game of Alice? American McGee's Alice?
No.
Ooh, pick it up on the PS3. Worth it. Very dark, very twisted. Alice starts off in an insane asylum, just like Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, and she gets busted out by the White Rabbit. Very similarities. So I was like, this is just like the game. I love it, and it goes on from there. But I think this is going to be one that's going to be up there with the ones to watch this season.
Very cool.
So
I didn't expect that.
You ever see Tin Man?
Yes.
Same guy.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Nick Willing again.
Every single time
Alice,
he unzips his
Tin
head, I
Man, Neverland.
freeze.
The
Absolutely.
magic hat trick.
I love it.
The magic hat trick.
It is.
Well, we're going to talk some more about some new things I saw on TV and see how we get some opinions on the stuff when we come back from our commercial break.
We'll be right back with more Geek Speak after this.
Gold Rat 2 Urban Apparel. There's nothing cheesy about our gear. Shirts, hoodies, beanies. Visit us at goldrattooth.com or stop by Karma Loop and visit our online store. Gold Rat 2. Don't bite the cheese that feeds. Ever wanted to know how music really works? Revolutionary musical scientist and mathematician Alex Sioris is breaking new ground with his incredible new insights into music and the way the brain thinks. With colors, shapes, and numbers, Alex has been able to unlock the secrets of music that traditional music theory is shrouded in mystery for hundreds of years. Learn the secrets of chord theory, scales, and so much more in a simple musical circle. Now you can get a glimpse of ecometry in the form of an easy-to-use musical cookbook on your iPhone. Visit iTunes App Store now and do a search for ecometry or visit ecometry.com. ECHOMETRY.com. Ecometry, because music theory is a convoluted bitch.
Guess who's back?
No, not them. I think they were in some kind of accident.
Laura Penn returns to X-Site Radio for the Laura Penn Happy Fun Time Hour every Friday at 11 p.m. Pacific. Join Laura and her special guests as they showcase musical talents live, in-studio performances, and much more. Get your thrill of happy every Friday at 11 only on X-Site Radio and
iTunes Podcast.
X-Site Radio. We know how to give good head. Your music, our way. This is exciteradio.com.
Whoa.
The world is listening. Here are your hosts, the Bishop and Queen Mab.
I love our commercial breaks.
Maybe I'm going to call myself Titus.
Ooh.
Stephanie's over here doing the robot.
I like it.
It came on. That was
It feels weird now because everyone's all like royalty, and I'm just.
You're infamous. You're like the outlaw. You're the thief.
You're the jester. I narrowed it down to
We're going to call you. We'll call you
You're
Nuncle.
the fool. Hurry, make us laugh, boy.
Dance, full dance.
Dance. Dance, boy, dance. So we were talking about TV and Geek TV, and I actually got on my DVR because I've been behind on some stuff. And we got Kamikaze coming up.
I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there? We will be there too, so we'll talk to you. Our buddy.
Did you see Nobility, the sci-fi project I'm in?
Yes, did you? No, I think you talk about the
it's not on my website yet.
Okay, that's why I didn't see it.
I'm playing captain of a starship.
What? Hold on a second.
What starship? What kind of starship?
CAS Nobility. It's
like
a
Starfleet starship.
You don't have the internet on here, do you?
Well, yeah, we do.
You got to show. them. Just go on to nobilitytheseries.com.
I want to be the captain of a starship.
It's a new series created by EJ De La Pena, and I'm going to be at Kamikaze. We've got a panel on at 12:30 right on Saturday morning, and I'll be doing signings for Nobility and signings for Altair, and we've got
Saturday.
Claudia Christian is attached to the cast right now. Do you know James Kyson from Heroes?
Which character was he?
Who did
He was Heroes' partner, the two Asian guys.
Oh, yes.
He was a nice guy. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
This is badass.
This is the Nobility.
I'm looking at it myself. Nobilitytheseries.com.
Here
it is.
That's my shit.
Oh, that looked. Yeah.
You want to cap? What? You can't. I'm the captain. You're not going to be.
Wow.
I will outsword fight
So
you.
does this have network release yet?
This is going to be a web series, but the end game for this is to turn it into a TV series.
Rock on.
We've got the special effects guy from Star Trek Next Generation. Sweet. Who's doing all the special effects. His first name is Tobias or something.
Nice.
They've got a sample of the effects reel on here somewhere. Here, let's see if this actually works.
So you guys want to see what we're seeing, go to nobilitytheseries.com.
Yeah, there's nice interviews with me and the director, and here you go. There's
Very cool.
Here.
Ooh. Look at that.
That's all original music and everything.
It's like TNG meets DSG.
That's all original special effects stuff.
It kind of looks like.
You guys got to see this. It is like a mix of. Here, hold this away from the microphone. It is pretty cool because it's like a mix of Battlestar and Next Generation type of.
The Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter, thank you. And Star Wars too.
Check it out, man. Like, I'm gonna be in that show.
Like, for real.
I'm gonna be captaining this thing that's getting blasted.
Nobilitytheseries.com, you guys. Check this out. You're not gonna regret it. It's pretty badass. It's a web series.
Claudia Christensen is attached at this point. We've got James Kyson, who's playing an amazingly hilarious character. And they're talking with a bunch of other stars. They're trying to get some old school Star Trek stars to guest star on here. And we've got one of the writers from Star Trek writing the second season. And so we've got the costume person from Superman, the newest Superman. It's really, really pretty amazing.
So we're able to catch up with all these people, or some of these people at Kamikaze this year?
We're doing a
on
panel
Saturday
there and signings.
On Saturday?
Cool.
Yeah, Saturday.
November 2nd.
Yeah, they're there all weekend, but I'm there on Saturday because I'm shooting a movie.
Awesome.
The rest of the time.
Well, we'll be there on Saturday in force, but throughout all 3 days ourselves. But one of the things about Kamikaze that's going on right now is they're intertwined with sci-fi and this TV show called Fangasm.
Oh, I've heard of it.
You guys heard about this? It's basically the real world with the geek twist. So they put 6 strangers in a house together, and they're interning for Stanley's Kamikaze. Directly under the president of Kamikaze herself.
Oh, so they're actually interning. I thought they were working to get that intern.
No, they are actually interning. Okay. And I think the grand prize is a full-time job with Kamikaze. Woohoo! But they're working in the office as it is. And
every geek's dream.
Yeah. Oh, dude, let me tell you. Okay, first of all, I've got a long list of stuff that happened on this show because it's 4 episodes in. Now, the first 5 minutes, if you're a geek or not a non-geek on the fence about geeks and nerds in general, and you saw the first 5 minutes of the first episode of this show, you would have turned it off and walked away.
Oh, really?
And cast your judgment is, and these people are just nuts.
You were saying the same thing about the cosplay.
Yeah, and Heroes of Cosplay, I still stand by because it's just terrible. But I was like, for my due diligence, I'm going to watch as many of these as I possibly can get through. So I started watching the first episode, and I actually cried in the first episode.
You cried?
I cried for the geeks. For the geeks.
You cried
for the geeks. Wait,
I did.
Geek tears.
You were crying
because
you cried a little
no,
tear.
because
touched George.
It touched my heart. Yeah, because one of these, because they had a competition.
You got a little George Takei in him?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
Well, no, in the episode.
Yeah.
Which can be taken a few different ways, right?
Yeah, let me tell you.
Hey,
hardcore geeks, and we actually met these guys. So I'm not trying to throw stones at a TV show I know nothing about. We met these guys in person the day they were filming that first episode because they asked us to come down and meet them. And when we did, I told Dwayne, I'm like, these guys are a bunch of nerds, man. They're gonna represent us badly.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like,
yeah, this is a little awkward.
Yeah, and I was like, it was pretty bad. But then when I got to know these guys, I was guilty of judging a book by its cover. Like I told Dwayne, I was like, you know what? My bad. I judged them too quickly because they were true geeks, for one. They had a competition to meet George Takei, and that was the first episode.
Okay.
The guy who was hardcore fan didn't win. One of the other roommates had won, so he got to go. But George Takei was so cool that he was like, you know, I'll come back with you to meet all your roommates.
Wow.
Turns out the guy who really wanted to win, his grandmother and him would watch Star Trek constantly, and the only reason why his grandmother would watch it was because of George Takei. That's the only reason why she could stand it, because she really liked him.
She loved him.
And when she was dying, she told him that was the highlight of her life with him, was watching
the warm
that.
Moment.
Yeah.
I cry a little.
And so when George Takei left, the guy starts crying like a baby on the couch, and everyone's like, "What's wrong with you?" It's just George Takei. Like, okay, you can't be starstruck like this, you know. And he's like, "No." He told him the story, and I was like, "Oh man, I love these geeks." And so watching the shows, you start to see the different personalities where some are kind of nerdy, but there's a geek trying to get out.
Are there any women?
Yes, and they're adorable.
God.
And one is adorable, Donnie, the redhead, adorable. And I'm not saying this because she's a redhead, because she's really a sweetheart. And yeah, I do love redheads, but she's a sweetheart to the core. the blonde, I think her name is not Molly, because that's the drama. Kristen. She's kind of in the middle drama. But this Molly chick, oh my God, she's like constantly looking for drama, like causing fights and like just being an alcoholic drunk sometimes. And it's like,
I'm a geek, bro.
Yeah, put it together. And she's giving.
All I can say is she is a real San Francisco hate geek.
Yeah, she likes to hate on people. Yeah, she likes to hate on people, and that's not the geek philosophy.
No,
it's all about being happy and
rare,
encompassing. You know,
I'm surrounded by them when I'm doing Comic-Con signings, like when you're doing like a 50,000 person or 100,000 at San Diego, and it's rare, if ever, do I find somebody who's got a hate on for anything.
You find them in places, and
they got plenty of reasons to hate, because they're in thermogenic, heat-insulated, biometric suits that like increase your blood pressure, and like they're carrying around 75 pounds of armor and gear, man. I'd be pretty pissed.
But when we talk to, like, we run a pretty big Facebook. We got about 5,000 plus fans right now.
Nice.
And we post pictures sometimes of girls in their tattoos or whatever geeky thing that they're doing, and people will just hate just to hate. You know, and like
those trolls.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and I
are mean sometimes.
Girls and guys. And girls and guys.
Too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, guys can be the worst.
And I'm constantly going on there telling, hey guys, this is not what we're about. And I'll tell them, you're going to get banned after your first warning. Like, because I remember their names, and I actually do write them down. And it's good.
You hear that? He remembers.
I write them down.
And he works at the North Pole.
I'm calling all your parents.
Exactly. So we always try to spread the word of peace and love and, you know, brotherhood and sisterhood and geekdom.
Rock on. High five.
Yeah. Right here. Bam.
Geekhood.
And that's why I invited you on without even knowing what the hell you did. Because since you're a badass.
This guy who has nothing on his resume will be good in the studio.
Fuck it. If we have anything, we talk about video games and, you know, movies.
Exactly.
And obviously.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, and Shakespeare. And then little do we know, we got, So, but that's how we roll here at Geeks.
I'm going to be the captain of a spaceship, man. I can't stop thinking about
NobilityTheSeries.com. I want to watch.
Thinking
I'm
about
going to watch all this. Make sure you check them out. Kamikaze on Saturday.
I'm more excited to watch it.
You're invited Friday. You're invited Friday to our event. We're having a big Halloween event on Friday, the Kamikaze.
Okay.
Make sure you check us out on Geekspeak.tv.
I might actually be able to make it because I'll be done shooting. Is that night?
That's at night. It is. And I want to thank you guys for coming out again, as always, Cass. Thank you so much for being so awesome and coming out.
Bring me back, man.
Hey, anytime. So November 1st, you're welcome to come out. We'll be podcasting live from our event in Pasadena. It starts at 7 o'clock. And
it's a little closer.
It's a lot closer. Yeah. Less traffic. Geekspeak.tv for more information. Dwayne, Sean, everybody out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us as always. And make sure you listen to us next week.
And I'll bring the hidden blade.
Oh, sweet. I want to get one of my own.
To Kamikaze.
eBay.
Bring them out.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
That's all for this week, kids and cat. Thank you as always for joining Patrick and Stephanie.
They don't have many friends, and you being here means so much to them.
Until next week, stay tuned for the Sonic Deep on Deck Next, right here on Excite Radio. So, you think you have what it